Hello, a very good morning to all. Myself, Khushbu Bhalodia, Assistant Professor, Chemical Engineering Department, LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. My subject is Green Technology and Sustainable Development. In a previous lecture, we have seen the concept of cleaner production, right? Definition of cleaner production methodology and tools for the cleaner production. Now in a today's session, we will see the role of cleaner production in achieving sustainability. Right. See, here ultimately in the past years, our approach was reactive. Right. As the time is passed, our approach is shifting from reactive to the proactive. So in a reactive approach, mainly we were doing dilution, treatment, simply discharging, and after that there will be a comes a picture of end of pipe treatment, or I can say recycling. But after that there is a word cleaner production. But sustainable development is one step ahead of cleaner production. See, so cleaner production and sustainable development is a proactive approach, right? Here, by using a cleaner production, we can go for the achievement of the sustainable development. So here we will see how CP is useful to achieve a sustainable development. So through cleaner production and right decision making, the goals of sustainable development that can be fulfilled. How this cleaner production is there in sustainable development, that we'll see what is the relation between this. The International Agenda 21 for the Sustainable Development nominates cleaner production as a methodology in industry that should develop a sustainable development practices, policies and strategy. So here International Agenda 21 says that a CP can be used as a methodology to develop a sustainable approach, right? So this is a relation of CP with sustainable development. Considering the definition of cleaner production's ultimately target is to maximize the product output and minimize the waste generation at the source itself. So that here I can say cleaner production is one tool to achieve a sustainable development. Here it involves rethinking of the products, processes and services to move towards a sustainable development, because the definition of cleaner production itself covers the entire life cycle of any system. That means starting from the processes, product and service, cleaner production achieves everything. So this is a helpful tool to achieve the sustainable development. Now we'll see the environmental management hierarchy, in which there is a trend. From the top level it's a best practice, and from the bottom if we'll go, it is a worst practice. So first is the reduce. Main aim of the environmental management system is to reduce the waste, right? So how we can reduce the waste? Here waste is reduced by use of less raw material, by use of less energy and by use of less toxic material. So here under the reduce category, prevent the waste from being it is created at the first place itself. Why? Because if waste is generated, that means we need to think about the treatment of that waste. So this first step says that try to reduce the generation of waste itself. Right, so it will lower down the cost of transportation, disposal problem and recyclable problem. Second is the reuse. Reusing the things before we recycle or discard them. Right, if in a something we can reuse in a process itself or some else process, so it is a next step of the reduce. Right, next possible step after the reduction is the reuse. So reuse the things before we recycle or simply discard them. Third is the recycle. Broken down and physically or chemically altered in order to make a new item. Here recycle, that means that wasted or byproduct is change in a physical and chemical properties is used to make a newer item, and always it is said that it is better to use recycled material rather to use some virgin material. Fourth comes the recovery. After the properly implementation of reused recycle approach, fourth approach comes, that is recover. Reduced, reused and recycle, fourth approach comes, that is recover. Recover, that means whatever the garbage that is coming from the three steps, that is reused, reuse and recycle, that garbage is ultimately remains as it is and ultimately it goes to the landfill. Here this recover what comes into picture. Here recover, that means try to obtain the energy from the wastage of the landfills. Right. So nowadays some new concepts are happening in which waste to energy. Right. So this is an environmental management hierarchy in which reduce, reuse, recycle and recover approach is there. Now my next topic is cleaner production versus end of pipe approach. So briefly I can say cleaner production is continuous improvement and progress towards a better output. Here there is a elimination of environmental problem, there will be a avoid of pollution and wastage at the source itself, and moreover that cleaner production involves the new practices, management techniques and as well as some technical advance is used in a cleaner production. Wherever in the end of pipe approach there is a offsite solution is applied to the individual problem. Here some processes which is result in the waste material, so that we need to think about the disposal of that resources. Solutions are developed by the experts is required here in end of pipe treatment, and mainly most importantly end of pipe treatment is applied to the for the technical problem only. But here cleaner production is applied to the entire life cycle of the system or in the process, from the process, product and services, and after the product formation also. So this was CP versus end of pipe treatment. Now we will see how CP can be achieved in practice. So in a figure you can see there are 5 regions. One is input material, another one is technology, third one is operation, fourth one is product, and fifth one is waste and emission. So 5 practices we can opt to achieve a cleaner production. So first step is change input material, water and energy. Here replacing toxic or harmful material with less toxic material, use of renewable material, use of material which is having a longer lifetime, and the material which is high purity, having a high purity. So here first step includes input material, water and energy change. So by change in the first stage as input, we can able to achieve the cleaner production. Second option is technology change. Here you can see in a figure, in a technology change, that means replacing of existing technology with some newer invention, some equipment modification, some optimal process conditions, or I can say optimization in our process parameter, increased automation, some advanced process control, right, improved equipment specification, we can achieve a huge amount of reduction in waste. So this is the option number 2 for the technology change. Now come to the option number 3, which is good operation practices, which involves production scheduling, energy management, maintenance programs, training, adequate process control operations, proper maintenance. This will comes under the category of good operation. Now come to the fourth practice, which is product modification. Here after the change in the input raw material, technology change and some improve equipment and process control, now our focus is for the product step. So in this step there will be a product modification is happening by recycling, reuse concept, product life extension, generation of less hazardous material as a product itself, more efficient and less material packaging, reduction of harmful substance, that can be done at the step number 4 for the product part. Here, after the proper implementation up to the part 4, which are change in input material, technology, operation and product, now fourth option is reuse and recycling. So fifth option says that on-site reuse and recycling will give a huge amount of reduction in treatment cost. So on-site recovery and reuse of raw materials in the process, wastewater, waste heat and cooling water. Here transforming a waste into a useful byproduct will be there, and waste segregation and storage is there. Here in a waste and emission part, we will think about the treatment of that waste in an environmental friendly manner, as well as reuse of those byproduct at somewhere else, as well as segregation of waste is happening, so that we can able to treat that waste easily in the further production step. So this was regarding how CP can be applied in a practice. So this was regarding the today's section of green technology and sustainable development. In this session we have covered a role of cleaner production in sustainable development. Then we have a comparison between a cleaner production and end of pipe treatment, and then we have covered environmental management hierarchy, and then how CP can be implemented or how CP can be practiced into a industry. Thank you so much.